Hello and welcome to day 46 of 73. And today I wanted to talk about inspiration. I am having a great time these past couple of days since the weather's decided to behave in Massachusetts and we're getting back to grill season. And I have a neighbor, I believe, I'm going to say he's late 50s, probably early 60s. And we don't usually talk. It didn't help that the winter was particularly bitter on this side, and there was no reason for us to have the chance meeting outside. But I'd see him every now and then. I'd wave every time I'm walking to the park with my son. We'd see him as well. But this day in particular, I don't know what came over me, but the moment I saw him, we both happened to be grilling for dinner time. So I was in my backyard, and how everything is set up is when I walk into my back door, I can look over the fence and see him doing his thing. And he was busy grilling, and I said, "Hey, Mark, I had no idea that Massachusetts was an open carry state." And he was like, visibly shocked. He said, "What? What do you mean open carry?" And so, without skipping a beat, I tapped my fingers like this to imply man's had his guns out, and he laughed. He actually found it to be pretty funny, and I thought, okay, that's a good moment. So I went inside. I thought I was gonna grab my speakers or something, and then when I came out, he said, "Hey, say that it's funny how you should mention that, because the reason why you might see me a little cut these days," he said that, "is because I've been inspired by my dad, who has been in and out of hospital for the past couple of months." And I naturally expressed my concern and asked if he was okay, and he's like, "Nah, he's fine, everything is fine." But I was driven to wake up much earlier than I normally would before work to go and put a workout in, mostly cardio. And I do it because I want to be able to live a longer life, to be in a position where I'm taking care of my health. Naturally, my dad is 86, he said, but it just gave me something to think about. And I remember earlier on in the series, I talked about meaning or the reason why. And when it comes to actual inspiration for why we do the things that we do and implicate the changes that we implicate, I feel it is more profound when the reason for being able to continue on a daily basis, when it is something that is outside of what you usually do, when it is rooted or I guess tied with someone or something bigger than you are or outside of your own personal purview, it gives you so much more inspiration. And I found myself actually thinking and being not only happy for him, but also renewed in my journey in particular. Admittedly, I've been struggling not with the actual alcohol, not drinking part per se, but with the understanding of what it means to keep things going and to be so in tune with your inner voice or your inner dialogue as to why you're doing things, that it was both refreshing and truly profound for me to hear and have a chance meeting with my neighbor where we started off things fairly light and surface level, and then it ended up being something that I really took to heart and took as a gem to value moving forward. And it got me thinking a lot about how these changes happen. I don't think they end just on paper, and I don't think that we need to shy away from the reasons why one would be doing things, whether it is waking up earlier to put in an extra shift in the gym, or whether it is really having that conversation and gaining strength from a place that isn't always going to be strictly yours. It's bigger than any of us could ever imagine. And once you put yourself in that perspective, I think it flows far better. So thank you for your time.